May we all rise for the national anthem, please? Namaste and good afternoon. I am Shuli and I have been honored with the responsibility of sharing a brief introduction about Karista Foundation. Karista is a Greek word which means charity, giving and caring. Karista Foundation was founded on the foundations of caring for the elderly, artists, artisans and holistically the entire planet. Karista Foundation's logo is a handmade vase because we support handicrafts, artisans, and Indian art and culture. We aspire to identify artistic talent from the underprivileged section of society to provide them with opportunities to receive artistic education. We are also championing the need for psychological care for the elderly. We hold group and private sound healing sessions to help minimize stress and depression, which is offered free to the senior citizens. In the last 2 years, we have organized regular fundraisers through Jalsa, a gathering of intellectual individuals every month, where performances of brilliant but lesser known artists were appreciated and encouraged. The monthly Jalsa raised awareness and sensitized the audience about elderly care by showcasing our short film Poonam. All in all, Karista Foundation is founded with passion and stands for elderly psychological care, promoting artists, Indian art, and a cleaner and greener planet. Karista Foundation is grateful for the unflinching support received from the event's lead partner, SENI, by TZMO Group and associate sponsor Skybarge Flight Private Limited. Today's National Symposium on Elderly Psychological Care is supported by All India Radio, Aerotatvika, Marina Handcrafts, and Sukhmanch Theatre. We are deeply grateful to all our partners and supporters. My parents and my dear audience here, I would like to present this invocation song called Maro Pranam.
To the panel discussion. Let's have a brainstorming session. Our panelists and moderators have been waiting for quite some time. Let me introduce them. Maneesha the firebrand. Maneesha Sharma is our panel moderator. Let's welcome her, ladies and gentlemen. She's a TEDx speaker, life coach, influencer, trainer, and transformer. She started her career in the field of sales and marketing, and she consciously chose to move to skill development and corporate social responsibility. Her driving force is the personal experiences she has had in bringing up a differently abled child as a single parent. Hats off to you, Maneesha. And I'm so glad today you're the moderator. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Our next panelist is Anjali Gogia, founder and partner, Talk to Big Ears. She believes that empathy is the human value that has the ability to change the world into a better place. Her initiative, Talk to Big Ears, aims to provide a safe, non-judgmental, and an empathetic listening experience to help callers overcome their difficult situations and start their journey towards healing. One more round of applause for Anjali Gogia for starting this initiative. Dr. Aman Khera is a doctor, surgeon, technology enthusiast, and he loves to travel. He pursued MBBS and MS from Maulana Azad Medical College, Delhi. He's also a fellow of Royal Society of Medicine's London. Presently, Dr. Aman is a co-founder and director of his remarkable initiative, Care for Parents. Care for Parents aims to be like a family member to elderly who are living alone in India by providing a one-stop shop for all their healthcare needs. Big round of applause for starting this initiative, Care for Parents. Thank you, Dr. Aman Khera, for accepting the invitation. Dr. Shivani Ketan. She's a TEDx speaker too, founder of Mudita. She has a PhD in complementary alternative healing. She is a licensed clinical hypnotherapist, an author, and a mindful breathing meditation trainer. Dr. Ketan has been extensively working with seniors for their mental wellness. Another loud round of applause, please. But let us welcome Professor K.M. Baharul Islam. Professor Islam is the Chair, Center for Public Policy and Government at the Indian Institute of Management, Kashipur, and a visiting professor at London School of Economics. He has served as the Dean at IIM Kashipur. He taught at various universities in Asia, Africa, and worked with UNESCO, UNECA, and UNESCAP. He is a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, UK, and a member of the International Bar Association. Professor Islam has 2 PhDs. MA, MBA, LLM, and BEd degrees. How did you manage all that? Okay, big round of applause for him as well once again. Now over to RD, Mr. Ratnajyoti Datta. He holds the prestigious journalist accreditation of the Press Information Bureau under the freelance category, a senior journalist recognized by the Government of India with a demonstrated history of covering various industries like petroleum, environment, trade, agriculture, consumer affairs, etc., with specialization in covering oil and gas, Indian monsoon, carbon trade, renewable energy, agriculture, political and general news, real estate, and construction. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the entire panel here. So over to the panel, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, good evening. Before you leave, Meeta, ever since I was in college, I was always told that yes, I resemble Meeta Vashisht is what I was always told when I was in college until date. And it's such a pleasure meeting you today. If I could just come down and have a photograph with you. Good evening to all of you. My name is Maneesha Sharma. As I was introduced, I'm a single parent to a special child, ranging from sales, selling tissue papers, to books, to heading the Walmart CSR, to Delhi Government Skill Development Project, which is now called the Delhi Skills and Entrepreneurship University, to being a single parent of Rudraksh, and now starting an NGO for special children, which is by the name of FAS. What brings me to this platform and what has linked me with Shilpi is the cause. I have been working for social causes for very long. I have enabled around 10,000 plus students till now. Because I felt whatever my son Rudraksh could not achieve in life is what I saw the other children achieving. And my son doesn't have speech, but the other children I have enabled address me as Ma. So I am a Jagat Ma for a lot of children. I always tell my students that if your parents felt that your nose is not correct and your eyes are weird and you look weird, and they would have maybe not taken care of you and dropped you in a dustbin, just like we see some cases nowadays happening, children being thrown right after being born, where would you be today? So if they have taken care of you and you're 18 or 17, now it's your time to give back. And that giving back has to be the sense of gratitude, which was stated by Meeta, that not only we have problems and challenges with policy making as far as the senior citizens are concerned in the insurance segment specifically, but we also have this challenge in the special abilities. I know, sir, you've been dealing with special abilities, so possibly you'll be able to take it up. I had a lot of challenge with having an insurance policy for my son, because no company would give an insurance policy for a special child in India, which is weird. And we talk about human rights. I was part of Confederation of Indian Industry as a deputy director and was handling Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. I was instrumental in the formation of the act, and wherein we had suggested with the industry partners, Mr. Patu Keswani, the Lemon Tree Hotel owner was the head, that every place in India has to be accessible. We were talking about ramps, we were talking about stairs, how they have difficulty in accessing places, how Meeta was talking that her mother had a challenge in going to a theatre and maybe watch a movie. It's a very simple thing. But though government is doing a lot on making things accessible, or places accessible, maybe the bus is accessible or the railway is accessible, but I think there's not much that the government can do as far as the private sector is concerned. They cannot push it through, but I think a lot of sensitization and work has to go into that. To share with all of you, I would not be standing here in front of you, I would not be a TEDx speaker, I would be nothing if my parents had not raised me and not stood by me when my son was rejected by my husband and in-laws. So he was born in 2007, a Down syndrome boy, and he was rejected. And I suddenly found myself a single mom without a dad, my parents trying to tell my father-in-law and my husband to accept the boy, Rudraksh, and then a legal battle for 10 years wherein we were trying to fight for Rudraksh's basic rights as a human being. Nonetheless, of all the court fights that we had or the judgments that the judges made, but the courts were not able to inculcate love, responsibility, accountability in my husband and my in-laws. They were able to give some meager amount as a medical benefit to my son, but they could not inculcate that sense of responsibility in my husband. So I feel it is only about sense of responsibility, individual social responsibility, more than CSR. Me of my journey in Confederation of Indian Industry 2017. My mother had a left side partial paralysis, and I requested the company for a work from home, because till a DD, deputy director level, you don't have a team. So I was managing persons with disabilities, art, heritage and culture, and disaster management, and child rights and women rights, a lot of things on my desk in policy making and strategy. But I was not given work from home at that point of time, and I resigned. And I had the most educated lot of my friends in the profession telling me, Maneesha, you are a fool. You're leaving job for your mother. This point, you are a deputy director CII, everyone wants to be there where you are, and you are resigning. And I think the only thought I had is that the mother who made me walk, if she is on the bed and not able to walk, I have no right to be going to office. Being a good human only ensures the GDP rises, because you are a good human, you are happy, you're content, you're peaceful, you're calm, and you are less on stress and other things in life, and maybe you are more on life skills and also ensuring that the GDP is rising. I think it has been fruitful and eye-opening for all of us, and congratulations to all the good work that all of you are doing, and more powers and more strength to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough, or thank you will be a very small phrase to express my gratitude for contributing to this willingly, selflessly. Your time, your thoughts, very important. And I hope that we all can take it a long way. This movement should catch up with your support.
Can we have Professor Islam and RD on the stage for a photograph, please?